everyone, and welcome back to Higurashi no Kakoroni, or Higurashi when they cry, onikakushi. Blah. We're bad at this. Okay, we just finished chapter 10, so we're gonna go on. So we're gonna load this bad boy, and we're gonna continue playing. Sucker, continue. This is the first time I ever woke up with such clarity. It was 5:59, just moments before my alarm went off. I was amazed at the precision of my internal clock. I had made preparations for the next day's school before I went to bed. I changed quickly and descended the deserted lower floor. It appeared Mom was still asleep, so breakfast nor lunch was ready. Yesterday, I unliteratedly declared that I would be leaving early today, so it couldn't be helped. I slathered jam on some bread and topped it with some instant cocoa. And I was just finishing up my breakfast. Mom rose groggily from her slumber. "My Kichi, you're up early. Is there some kind of school event?" "Not really." Answering bluntly, I picked up my bag and after stuffing 2 slices of bread down my throat. "You're leaving already? What about lunch? Don't you want to make a bit?" "I can't make it. If I waited for her to make my lunch, then it would end up being the same time as usual. If I did that, it would raise my chances of running into Reina and Mion on the way. Yes, from today onwards, I was going to school alone. I'll be fine for today." "Then what will you do for lunch?" "I'll slip out and buy some bread or something at the store." "Really? Then here's some lunch money. Be sure to bring me back the receipt." I took the 1,000-yen bill from Mom and slipped it in my pocket. "It's pretty early. Is Reina-chan up this early as well?" "No, just me." "Did you tell Reina-chan you're leaving early?" "I have no reason to tell her every detail now, do I?" Finding it difficult to answer and answer questions, I made an annoyed face. "I'll tell Reina that I went ahead when she came." "Hey, Kichi-kun, wait!" It's not like I didn't trust my parents. I just couldn't rely on them. They couldn't help me, and I couldn't hope that they didn't get involved. It was safer that way. My mom's annoying voice was cut off by the slam of the door. First time I moved here, I headed out down the road to school alone. Up until now, I'd always walked down the same path at the same time each day, so I'd always met the same people at the same places. But today was different. I met people I would normally, and nobody was in the places I would have normally met them. Of course, Reina wasn't in the spot where we would usually meet, and there wasn't anyone at the spot where we would meet up with Mion. The length of the trees and the shadows in the morning and the brightness of the sun, it was a completely different type of morning from what I was used to. Without a doubt, it felt strange. I left with the impression that I had destroyed the illusion Himizawa had set up for me before it had enough time to prepare all the props needed to deceive me. "My, Kichi-kun, you're up early today. Everyone meeting early this morning?" The person who called out to me was someone we always passed by as they were taking a walk around the edge of the fields. The name was, I forget. Of course, it wasn't the spot where we usually pass each other. "Woke up early today, so I thought I'd get good change of pace. That's all." I threw up a random excuse. "What about Rina and Mion-chan? Are you going by yourself today?" "Well, yeah." I'm being asked the same damn question my mom was asking, so I answered in the same uninteresting, vague manner. It wasn't funny being asked why Reina was with me by someone I passed by, but maybe it was to be expected. It's because for so long we'd always together, so amicably. Bleh. Even I felt that if I let my guard down, we would still be friends. Stop that, Keiichi. Don't think about anything. You spent all day yesterday thinking about how dangerous it was to go soft, didn't you?" Beep beep. Car horn from out of nowhere. Even though I was walking lost in thought, the horn was way too close. Mechanical behemoth barreled out in front of me, catching me completely off guard. By the time I turned, the van's hulking Casey was on top of me. I see plenty of cars veer the opposite shoulder to avoid pedestrian. This car was doing the opposite. It felt like there was somebody on the opposite shoulder, and the van was swerving in my direction to avoid them. That blissfully ignorant train of thought delayed me, realizing something much more important. That large mass was hurtling right at me. It was going to hit me. The inside of my head flooded with painful cold liquid. In the moment the scene before me, no time itself had frozen. In the silence of the frozen moment, the van came so close. I had no way to dodge it. My body and my upper half twisted awkwardly in order to look behind me. There was no way I could dive out at the current position. If I lost focus now, this moment would unpause, and I'd probably be plowed over, caught in this silly pose. Bend my upper body toward the patty by the side of the road. If I'd bent far enough, I could get away with just being hit by the side view mirror. As that thought crossed my mind, the temporary stasis had shattered by the deafening sound of the van. Side mirror struck my shoulder, sending me spinning off through the air like a top, and locked my contorted position. Kaplash! Instead, tumbling in the air, I crashed into the muddy patty by the side of the road. My entire body was soiled and drenched, but the choice I had made in that instant was unmistakably for the best. I was covered in mud, but as alternative by being hit by the car, it was the closest I could do to being unscathed. Rising from the patty, I had enough in me to glare at the van and yell profanities at the driver. Not sure he was able to see me, but he suddenly sped off. Wait, damn it! This is what they call a hit and run, wasn't it? I couldn't help but continue yelling out profanities. The disgrace of me being covered in mud hurt me more than my physical wounds. I was out of the muddy patty and made my way back on the road. This is a crime, god damn it! Shit! I'll track you down and sue you! If I'm going looking for a van, I'm sure I'll find it in this little village. The path I had was on rice paddies either, and it had become so narrow that one car could barely fit through. Not in the place you could tear at full speed down a car, let alone pass by pedestrians. Not only was it a narrow road, but the car just now was closer to my side of the road than any the other when past me. Even if I was cursed, I was definitely trying to suppress the dark crowd rolling up within me. It wasn't a hit or run. That car was just trying to run me over, wasn't it? Thinking back, there had been creeping up slowly for a while. That's right. As soon as we had parted ways with the person taking a walk, I had a feeling the whole time. If he had wanted to pass me, then there's no shortage of chances. Normally, I would have felt suspicious and turned around sooner. But I was so lost in thought that I kicked myself for not realizing it sooner. And then, when the path became narrow, there was no one else in sight. He floored it. If I had hesitated even for a moment, the result would have been no laughing matter. The adrenaline rush from nearly being subsided, the realization of just how terrifying the preceding events were struck in. There was no doubt about it. That fan was intentionally trying to kill me. A cold, vicious sweat seeped from my scalp and slid down my back before dribbling off. I struggled to avoid falling into a panic. So the possibility that it was just an accident. Calm down, Kichi. But also, don't be so naive, Kichi. Being that lax will get you killed next time. You always need to be on your toes. And you need to always be on your toes. Don't give them any openings. If my enemy was really out to kill me, then next time they would use a more reliable method. And that time came. I was acting like I was now. I'd be covered in mud was the price I had for my own naivety. Covered in mud, but without an injury. Not even a sprain. I guess this was just what you call a silver lining. I began walking again, this time cautiously. I wouldn't even show a hint of carelessness. I suspected only Reina and the others up until now. No, it was because I suspected then that it was hard to believe there were no other enemies. Oishi-san said it, didn't he? That there was a possibility that all the families in the village were involved. It was mirrored so deeply the situation had no choice but to try to carry on as usual. wouldn't be safest just to hole myself up in my house. But the moment I abandoned my regular routine, everyone around me would abandon theirs as well. It was just too horrifying a thought. I recalled the tales Oishi-san told me of the village Hinamizawa was still called onikakushi, a frightening tale of an entire village of demons hunting their prey, surrounding them, and eating them alive. One must not interfere with the demons. One must pretend not to see it. The enemy were numerous, all the village families. The villagers were, with their unwavering faith in the curse, would do nothing to help me. The strong sudden flash of sunshine made me feel slightly dizzy. I had no idea what was going on anymore. I suspected it was the work of a man, and I caught the glimpse of Oishi-sama's curse. I suspected with Oishi-sama's curse someone would poke their head out. One of those coincidences was what was intentional. Who was my enemy? Who was just a bystander? No, I really wanted to know was, how did I end up with the proverbial bullseye painted on my back? Eventually an answer came to form, and I understand what will appear. I don't care when that will happen, because until then I cannot die, let alone feel my resolve to fight, and will keep me alive. I don't think so, Keiichi. I think you're fucked. I remember seeing the metal bed in the storage shed. There was a padlock on the door barring my entry. At the very least, I wanted to get my hands on it before everyone else went by school. I circled the grounds impatiently. But all I could find were little pieces of lumber I could bring into the classroom easily. High-tech fuck. Then I had an epiphany. I should search inside the classroom. If something in the classroom to begin with, then there wouldn't be a problem. I could tell everyone's indoor shoes were in their lockers. Good thing I came early, nobody else was here yet. I wonder what I could find in the classroom. I didn't think I could find anything effective weapon like a bat, but I couldn't be helped at this point. Until the gym storage shed was open, I needed to find a substitute. A lingering hint of naivety whispered that there was no way I'd be attacked at school, but such soft ideas would no longer protect me. To think they were slowly making their way into parts of my life I had once thought impenetrable. In the worst case, my own house might not be safe anymore. That was an incredibly frightening thought, but I believe that not considering the worst case scenario would have been even more frightening. Anyways, I will survive. So long as I have lived, I will definitely be able to escape the labyrinth of nonsense. Definitely. My exploration of the classroom came to an impasse. That much was to be expected. There was no way there could be a weapon in the classroom. Kids emerged, they'd probably but swing my own chair around. My gaze landed on the lockers that came to use for personal storage. The locker that Mio needs to store her pile of game was among them. There's one for each person in the class, all lined up. Of course, there's one for me as well. Oh yeah, I was supposed to still be in my locker. Seeing my covered in mud would be strange. So I should go change later. First I needed a weapon. One of my classmates came. It would be hard to rummage through all the lockers. So I began opening the lockers one by one. They're mostly filled with things like gym clothes, personal items, umbrellas. An umbrella? If I couldn't find anything better than this, would have to be my weapon. I was about to give up finding anything when I opened the locker. It held exactly what I wanted. It was without a doubt a metal bat. It was well worn and pretty beaten up, but there's no doubt it was usable. The locker that reeked of mold. There was also a baseball uniform. It's probably the locker that stood in the Pee Wee League or something like that. If that was the case, he'd probably ask for it back. This time I could hear the voices scuffling their way noisily from the hallway. Amongst them I could hear Rika-chan and Satoko. Good morning! My, you're quite early this morning, Keiichi-san. I nonchalantly hit the bed I was holding behind my back. What's with your outfit? You're covered in mud. Yeah, I had a little incident. I'm gonna go change now, so cut me some slack. With that said, I began taking off my clothes. Sadako blushed, just as I expected her to. Changing in front of a lady? Have you no sense at all? I would think that a lady staring at someone who was changing would be the one lacking tact. No changing room for boys, so just deal with it. As Sadako faded disgust, she went to the hall, still blushing. Conversely, Rika continued to stare at me, preparing to change. Rika-chan is a lady as well. I don't think it appropriate for you to be watching. I'm not a lady, so it's fine. She deliberately pouted and looked at me with upturned eyes. Then starting now, you're a lady. If I'm a lady, then I suppose I must. Rika-chan appeared to be satisfied with being considered a lady and made her way to join Satoko in the hallway. Just as I breathed a sigh of relief, Rika-chan stopped and suddenly turned towards me. Are you going to start playing baseball? It is that Rika-chan had noticed the bat. Yeah, just, I was feeling a bit out of shape, so I thought I'd try practicing my swing. I think it's wonderful you're taking care of your health. Talking like an old lady despite her appearance. After saying that, Rika-chan started to leave again, but stopped and looked at me once more. Please don't lose that bat. Shinda already knew I took it as someone's locker. There was no name on the locker door. I didn't know whose bat it was, but I would be borrowing it until they complained. It wouldn't be long, just until the gym storage shed was opened. After quickly changing into my tracksuit, it was time. I just had plenty of time before class began. I came so early. I took the bat in one hand and went out to the schoolyard. Close, of course, to practice my swing. I needed to make it known I would always have the bat on me so I could practice my swing. The point stumbling had become even stronger. Disregarding my classmates as they made their way to school, I took my position in the shadow of the school building. It wasn't the academic type. I wasn't much of an athlete either. I might get muscle pain if I suddenly start swinging. I should at least start out with some warm-ups. I doubt anyone would think I was doing something out of the ordinary, which was the exact opposite of my actual mental state. I gripped the bat and swung lightly. The bat was by no means light. The weight would make it a reliable weapon when I needed it to be. Of course, I can only pray that moment I needed to use this as a weapon would never come. Just carrying it around would deter attacks against me. At least, that's what I hope. Huh? Kei-chan? What are you doing? Being boomerang with such a hysterical voice, I jumped. Oh, Keiichi-kun, are you on the baseball team? The baseball team? It was right on me on. I was surprised to hear you went off ahead. Are you doing, Kei-chan? Can't you tell by looking? I'm practicing my swing for the championship. You can say it's my part of my diet if you want. Diet? Keiichi, you're not really that fat. Bet you didn't know I actually have a beer belly. It's plump and jiggles. Plump and jiggles? Reina, you don't have to imagine something weird like that. To disrupt Reina from imagining something like that vulgar, I ruffled her hair muscly. Well then, I hope you make it into the regionals at least. So ma'am will cheer you on. Regionally speaking, it seems Oshima High is pretty strong. They say that their southpaw, Kameda-kun, is amazing. Good luck! Since they made me out to be some kind of local prodigy, but oh well. Well, if I really didn't mean to make it to the championship, it would be a cinch. After all, I'd be the pitcher and catcher. I'd pitch the ball, then run past the people I just threw it, and be the catcher. In a burst of super incredible explosive speed. I laughed dryly at the ludicrous image. Then back to my senses, I smashed it against the ground. Damn it! What am I laughing at? I pounded the ground over and over, with each impact reverberating, traveling through the bat, and stung my hands. If they made me smile like that, I'll don't allow anyone close. Don't trust anyone. No matter how many times I tell myself that, if they made me smile, that I'll I knew quite well that there were demons dwelling in my smiling friends, but I couldn't believe it. Did that kind of split personality really exist? like how Reina confessed to the doctor? Were they simply being possessed by Orochiro-sama? In other words, did a supernatural being like Orochiro-sama really exist? And was it possessing everyone to try to kill me? Yeah, that would be wonderful. If everyone were actually my friends all along, everything was all just Orochiro-sama's fault. You damn fool, Yashiroreaper. Come now, I yelled out, drawing out the power of the pit of my stomach, raised back violently in the air. Stop being so soft! As I screamed it with all my might, I beat the metal back to the ground over and over. The very impact, my weakness of being down. Smash. Forget. Smash. Don't be soft. Smash. Know your enemy. Smash. Like hell I let them kill me. My shoulders were heaving up and down from my ragged breathing. I heard the first bell ring just as I calmed down. Okay, we're gonna have to leave it here for you guys. We're gonna right click. Okay. We're gonna leave it right here for another episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I don't know when we're gonna start actually making choices, but when we do, they're gonna be pretty hardcore, so yeah. There's actually one thing I wanna do. Load. No. I'll do that later. Next time, I don't know. So, I hope you guys are liking Higurashi no Nakakoroni. And I have all of the games that are translated into English and on Steam, so I'll be playing the rest of them. So, look forward to that. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And I'll see you guys in another episode soon. Very soon. Bye. Hey everyone, this is Yashiroreaper, and this has been the end of another video. If you'd like to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you'd like to donate to my Patreon, that would help me a lot. Also, if you'd like to buy merch, I have a Teespring and Redbubble account right below. Also, this is the summer, Reaper Summer. So I'll have a new video out every day. I hope you all enjoy it. Hashtag Reaper Summer, and I love you.